Hello, my name is Bianco. In this video we will have a look at two Gerber knives. I did think I make a video of both together because they are basically the same. One is a bit smaller, the other is a bit bigger. Packaging is pretty much the same, materials and so on. Now this is the green version, they call it flat sage green in this case. There is or was also a light blue color version, cayenne blue they called that, of the same knives, both sizes. So for me, of course, I like green better than blue, so that's what I did go with it. And these knives have some unique features, that's why they caught my attention. First, on the packaging, this is the bigger packaging. The bigger one is named spline, the smaller one vertebrae, if I pronounce that correct. So we have there some more information. 7CR stainless steel, and on the back side would be even more information. That is where the sheet is. We have textured rubber as a handle with stainless steel fasteners, and there is the website gerbergear.com. This knife is designed in USA but made in China. So typical blister packaging. As we start with the big version, the spline version, we have a typical fixed blade knife with some rather untypical features. We see that the handle is relatively thick. It's a rubberized material, relatively thick, with a big lanyard hole there, about 10 millimeters, absolute huge. And the tubing, the threaded tubing, is made out of stainless steel. In front we have a typical smaller screw with a boozing there, like by a folding knife. Then we have a unusual sheet, I would say. It's rather thin compared to the thick handle. We have that part here that interlocks with the blade. So as we push forward, it unlocks. Basically this notch here interlocks with the sheet. So as you push the knife in, it snaps into the place. A really nice design with that part here and all that. Unfortunately we have a bit, for having the spring tension here, we have a bit of slot in it, so possibly dirt or grime, water, whatever you have, could enter the sheet. At the end we have a hole, a drainage hole as well, so that is how that is. And then we have that absolute long pocket clip, stainless steel. We have two holes where they put the screws in. So we have a deep carry clip, so you can you see the top part is about mid-size of the handle. So if you carry that, you can absolute deep carry it. There are no other holes or grommets or anything how you can mount it. It's basically that clip that you need to use, other than maybe a velcro. If you put a velcro on it there, that you could use that. So the setup is unusual. Same with the vertebrae model, the smaller model. We have the same setup, the same features, so just a bit smaller. And we also see, I hope the camera see that, we see the difference in the colors. We have basically 4 different green colors here. Hopefully the camera see. The handles are not the same, the sheets are not the same either, and not that one is not like this one is not like that. So there is quite some difference in the color. Does that matter? For me it doesn't matter. It looks still uniform and and well. Just saying. Now as we take out the smaller one and the bigger one, we see the shape of the blade has a good belly, so it would work for hunting as well. It is a full flat ground blade with a stone washed finish, also good for general use, say in the kitchen for food prep, for bushcraft it would work too. We have quite a solid spine, so we could even baton a little bit if we want that. So all in all, for sure, really nice. We have a good gripping area that we want to reach into the blade, and the bigger one has a sharpening notch, the smaller one not. It just stops there how it is, and of course we see the Gerber logo on the blade. On the other side we just have the number of the model. Now for rather large size hands, the bigger model feels really well in the hand because of that rather thick handle. I would say we have about 7mm each side, together with the 3mm-ish of the blade there, the exposed full tang. That thing is really nice in the hand. You have a full grip because it's rubberized. You feel would not feel a cold or a hot material. The big huge lanyard hole will allow basically for any cordage to go through, so pretty nice. We only have one dimple there for the locking, but it feels really good in the hand, even with gloves. The smaller one on the other side, of course, is more on the compact version, so you can't go too far forward. You need to be safe with the finger, and then for me it's already getting a bit compact on the end here, but it's still, because it's so thick, it still feels really good in the hand for hard use, for regular use, even with the texturing on the rubberized material. That would even work with wet hands pretty good. So yeah, all in all, unusual features with that slimline thin sheet with that long pocket clip. The pocket clip you can of course remove if you want to have that. There, the drainage hole on the smaller version. What I like the most on that design is the sheet design interlocking with the blade in a positive way, while leaving the whole grip exposed. So as you get a grip on the handle, you don't have to change or alter the grip or re-grip it once you did take it out of the sheet. So that is really nice for me. What I personally don't like on those knives is that overly thick, overly heavy, I would say, with that stainless steel fitting there. The front one is not that much a problem, but this one looks rather solid, the weight of it. So I did not take it off and apart yet. I don't know if we have holes in the blade, in the tang, to make the whole thing lighter. Maybe it's solid, maybe not. If you know the answer, please put it in the description. But I'm gonna take off the handle and look below, and quite likely I'm gonna make a different grip. Basically what would work really well for that flat thin sheet design is a 3mm G10. Basically the opposite of what is now on it. We have a rubberized thick material. The other one would be rather thin, 3mm thin, textured G10, rather grippy and hard. Of course the corners rounded off directly to the exposed tang there, and of course using different fittings. The fitting that they use, the front one quite likely is relative light, but the rear one is relative heavy there. We see once it's apart. So that's what those two pieces gonna get in the future. I'm quite likely gonna put on G10. First I take it apart, see how the situation is, and then they're gonna get quite likely a G10 permanently mounted and glued on and secured in a good way. That way we would have actual lightweight fixed blade that is also thin and slimline. So with that deep carry pocket clip, we had a way slimmer profile of the handle material, of the handle design, and it quite likely will be quite a bit lighter as well. So that's basically what I'm gonna do with those two knives here, just as a test. Now that model, as best as I see, is no longer made. It's a bit an older model, but you can still find it online in the green, that flat sage green that we have it here, or in a cayenne lighter blue, both sizes. Relative for a cheap price. Here in USA we have the enjoyment of many possible deals. So you can find those knives for a fraction of the suggested retail price that Gerber originally did ask for, as they were new. And so you can basically look at it as a kit blade. So if you are into knife making or wanna go and try that out, you can get either just a kit blade and do the sheath and the handle yourself, or you can get something like this that is already completed and together. Take that apart and alter it in the way how you want it, or how you feel, how you like it best. So that is a possibility too, and price wise there are plenty of deals in USA to the day today. So that much about the Gerber spline, the bigger version, and the Gerber vertebrae, the smaller version of that fixed blade design.